Good afternoon, all the way from Scotland. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. I would like to do a follow-on video of the beloved dandelion. So yesterday, me and my husband were out clearing the veg beds and the herb beds, and there was some amazing, gorgeous dandelions. So we dug them up, and this is a good example of how big the roots are. So you would call the roots tap roots because of the way that they go down into the soil to gather all the water to help them survive in dry spells. They lead the way for all the deep nutrients as well, so they're really good for the compost to make a nice copper-rich compost. But anyway, back to the root. So in springtime, because there's higher fructose, it means that these are going to be sweeter compared to the autumn when it's more bitter and more fibrous. But in winter time, autumn time, they're full of inulin, and the inulin is a great prebiotic for the gut health. And in springtime, although there is inulin, it is a smaller amount, but it is higher in taraxin, which is the bitter compound, which is really great for the gallbladder to help with the bile and the liver. So it's a real great, powerful detoxifier in spring. So what you can do with the roots, as they are sweeter, you can actually eat them raw. You can still taste the bitter component, but they're not overly bitter compared to in the autumn. They're softer, a little sweet. So you can actually just chop them up, fry them, roast them. What people tend to do as well, if they're wanting to come away from coffee, winter time's a good time for this, but they'll get the roots because they are more bitter and coffee is bitter, and they will dry them, chop them up, put them in the oven for about anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, and then grind them in a coffee grinder and have that with water as a way to come away from coffee. I haven't done that. I have tasted it before. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I'm willing to try it again. So what I'm going to do with this is I've washed it yesterday, and you don't have to peel it. So I had this scrubber and I just scrubbed all the soil off it. And what I'm going to do is, if you can see, just chop it into little bits. And if I'm not going to use it, it's nice in soup if you're making a stock to put some in the soup. But what I actually am going to do is dry it so I can use it throughout the year. So just chop it into bits like this. And that was some nettles I got as well, but I'll not talk about them. So you can, because this has got big sort of squares in it, those bits will fit, but the smaller bits will go through. So you can just put down some paper towel, lay them on the paper towel, give them some space, leave them to dry, and it can take anywhere depending on how warm it is in your home. You can let it dry, turning it, and within 7 to 14 days they will be completely dried.